Today's journal entry is about places. Places can be a city, a state, a nation, a country. It can be your home. It can be really just anything that falls in the category of places. What I am going to do is begin with some major places that I know that my spirit is connected to. I'm printing off a couple of maps from the internet, just screenshot and saved. If you're using it for your own purposes, the copyrights are not as important. There are still some artwork things that are copyrighted, but things like maps are generally okay if you're using them personally. So I've done South Africa, Greece, Singapore, and downtown Atlanta. I printed them out, and now I'm going to add them to my places. First, I'm going to decorate my places title page a little bit. I have this old map that I just picked up at an estate sale for pennies, and I'm going to take that compass out and put that on my page. Again, using school glue here to adhere that to the page. I want to build up this page a little bit with images that are having to do with travel and places. So I'm going to pull a few stickers from my book. I thought it was just kind of fun to use hot air balloons, which is a bucket list thing for me. I want to go on a hot air balloon. So I'm just going to continue to build that up. On these two pages, I'm going to put the spread of the maps. If you don't know, my husband and I take a trip every year to South Africa before COVID, goodness, sometimes 2 a year, but we have been connected with that country for quite a few years now. We love it. It is truly our second home. We have very many friends there, very close friends, people that we care about. So many things in South Africa that I can pray for, their economy. So that's South Africa. I wanted you to see what I did, the technique there. I wrinkled this paper up and then put the shoe polish over top of it so that the shoe polish will pick up on the wrinkle parts where it's raised. So that's a good way to age things. I'm just trying to make these look all just a little bit aged so they don't look straight, from my printer. There's a number of ways you can do that. Again, I use shoe polish. You can use an ink pad. Sometimes the shoe polish gets a little heavy and I don't like it, so ink pads are great things to use. So this is my picture of downtown Atlanta. It's a little bit different than the other maps, but I liked it because I felt like it brought in the colors of my hot air balloon. So Singapore, we go there yearly, usually before COVID, but even during COVID, we've been doing seminars, and my husband has Zoom meetings with them. And then Greece just has a place, has my heart. I love Greece, love going there, love the church there in Athens, and we're very connected there. I also found a hymn, America, in an old hymn book, and so I'm going to put that in here so I can remember to pray for our dear country. Heaven knows we need that. We need prayer for our country. So every time I open my journal, I'm going to remember to pray for these countries, for these people. Let God lead me on what I can pray for them for that day. My cousin gave me a bunch of really cool stamps. Most of them look like they're used, but not all of them. So I'm just picking out ones that I think look good with the color, and I'm putting those down. This one that I'm putting down right here is actually a stamp from Mexico. I was born in Mexico. My parents were missionaries there, so I have a soft place in my heart for Mexico. I want to remember to pray for them, and I love that I can have this stamp in here to remind me of that. Some of the stamps I use just because of the color. Some, like that, has an airplane on it. I thought that went well with the theme. I'm going to add just a butterfly on here for, because I like butterflies. So I'm going to add that on here, and then I'm going to also add just some more details with some plant stickers, just building the page up. I'm adding an Asian looking stamp here next to Singapore. I don't have any idea what it says, if it's Chinese or I don't know what the language is on it, but it looks Asian to me, so I'm adding that in there. I'm just going to keep building up this page because I'm not super happy with it. It's okay. I'm going to add some travel lines, you know, the lines that look like you've gone from this point to that point. I'm going to add those all over the page, try to bring some connectivity to it. And I'm just going to keep adding things until I like the page. I might, at some point, come back over and redo this page. I don't know. I don't hate it that much. I did find some washi tapes that have travel themes in my stash, so I'm just adding those to both pages. Putting some worlds and some travel. I've got some stamp washi tapes. Adding some real stamps to this page. Just trying to build this up so that it has the feeling that I want it to have. You can keep yours way more simple than this if you want to. There's no reason for it to be this busy. You know, sometimes it's just what I do, I guess. It's just how it works out. So I'm just going to keep adding things, plants and other things to this until it gets to the place that I want it to be. So let's take time to pray for each other. Pray for places that is not your home. Absolutely, pray for your home. Pray for your home church. Pray for your place where you live, place where you work. But also, let's remember to pray bigger prayers than that. Let's pray for countries. Let's pray for continents. Let's pray for God to pour out His Spirit across the world. And as we journal and as we look through and pray through our prayer journals, we can see these places that bring to mind what you've laid on our hearts and what we want to see you do across this nation and this world. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you next time.